Here's everything you need to know about Crisis Core Reunion. Keep in mind that you might know some of these things, but other people might not. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII released on September 13th, 2007 for the PSP, and was one of the top 10 best-selling PSP games, selling over 3 million copies. It serves as a prequel to Final Fantasy VII, and follows the story of Zack Fair and how he met his friend Cloud in Shinra's Soldier program. Crisis Core Reunion is a major remaster of that game, and it releases 1 month from now on December 13th for PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and Steam. All character models are completely redesigned to match the style of Remake, although most animations are reused directly from the original game but with minor alterations, including camera angles and movements and character positions. These small changes do a lot to modernize these cutscenes.
That's quite big.
Wow, you destroyed that guy without even touching him.
I especially like how this cutscene in particular looks so much better just by changing the camera angle. All assets have brand new high-definition textures with far more detail than the original, and the environments and backgrounds are updated as well. There's also improved lighting and reflections, which you'd expect from a game released today. The PSP was the PSP, and the lack of thumbsticks made the game control poorly.
I just can't do it. I can't take this no more, man.
Crisis Core Reunion updates the battle system so much that it's very similar to Remake, but still keeps the aspects of the original. Because of the PSP's incredibly limited storage capacity, the original game had many scenes with only text and no voiceovers whatsoever. Thanks to you guys and your quick responses, I learned that the general consensus was around 50 to 70% of the dialogue was not voice. Most voice dialogue was for important character scenes with Zack, Cloud, Angeal, Sephiroth, and Genesis. This was still quite a feat for a PSP game, but there were some pretty important characters who didn't have a single voiced line in the game. In Reunion, every line of dialogue is voiced by new voice actors and those returning from Remake. This has also sparked some controversy, but we're not going to get into all that. Some of the dialogue has been altered to sound more natural, but we don't know to what extent because there are so few examples of this.
Not quite. Church in the slums. Not quite. It's a church.
So I can cut loose, right?
Use some discretion.
I can cut loose, right?
Within reason.
1. Avoid training when you can.
I hope they don't hold back on making changes, especially for the text-only dialogue, because there are some strange lines in the original game.
All right. Thanks. Hold on. I'll get everyone.
Who talks like this, George?
All pre-rendered cutscenes, apart from the summon cutscenes, which are brand new, have been upscaled from their original versions with very few changes. However, this has led to some continuity errors between the cutscenes and the gameplay, like the Shinra Trooper outfits. If you haven't finished Remake, don't open your eyes until I say so. It would have been better if they decided to remake the cutscenes from scratch using the new character models, because in my opinion, the new in-game cutscenes look better than the 15-year-old pre-rendered cutscenes. This would have fixed the continuity errors as well. Alright, now you can open your eyes again. A newly arranged soundtrack from the original composer is coming. That's a direct quote from the Steam page. So I'm not sure if that means the whole soundtrack or just a few songs. I wouldn't complain if we got new versions of every song. In fact, that would make me very happy. Additionally, it would be great if we could choose between the new and classic music in the menu. Unlike Remake, the story has not been altered. At least, not in any significant way. I suspect that there will be some sort of post-credit tease for Rebirth at the end of the game. Only 1 month left. Will this be your first time experiencing the story of Crisis Core? And are you as excited to play as I am?